Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's English podcast. My name is Daniel, and in this episode, we will talk about something very simple but very important. The morning routine. Morning routines are a part of everyone's daily life, no matter where you live or what you do. Today, I will share with you a story about my own morning routine, and while I speak, you can listen, repeat, and learn new words. So let's begin. Every day, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. I don't always like waking up early, but I know it is important if I want to have a productive day. When my alarm rings, sometimes I press the button once and sleep 5 more minutes. But usually, I try to get up quickly because if I stay in bed too long, I feel more tired. I sit on the bed, stretch my arms, and take a deep breath. Then I open the curtains and look outside. If the sun is shining, I feel happy and ready to start the day. If it is raining, I sometimes feel a little lazy, but I still tell myself, "Come on, Daniel, you need to get up and move." After waking up, the first thing I do is wash my face and brush my teeth. I think it is impossible to feel awake if I don't wash my face with cold water. It gives me energy. Then, I go to the kitchen to prepare breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. I usually eat bread with cheese, an egg, and a piece of fruit. Sometimes I eat cereal with milk, especially if I am in a hurry. For me, coffee is very important. I cannot start my day without a hot cup of coffee. Some people like tea, but for me, coffee is number one. While I drink my coffee, I usually check my phone. I read some messages, I look at the news, and sometimes I listen to a short podcast. After breakfast, I get dressed. I choose clothes depending on the day. If it is a work day, I usually wear a shirt and jeans. If I have an important meeting, I wear something a little more formal, like a jacket. On the weekends, I prefer comfortable clothes like a t-shirt and sneakers. Getting dressed is not only about clothes, it is also about preparing my mind for the day. When I put on my clothes, I feel like I am ready to go out and do something useful. At around 8 o'clock, I leave my apartment and go to work. My office is not very far, so I usually walk or sometimes take the bus. Walking to work is nice because I can see the city, the shops, and the people. I often listen to music or another English podcast while I walk. It helps me practice and also makes me feel relaxed. On the bus, I sometimes read a book or just watch people around me. Everyone is busy. Everyone is going somewhere, and I feel like I am part of the big city life. When I arrive at work, the first thing I do is say hello to my colleagues. Then I sit at my desk, open my laptop, and check my emails. I make a list of things I need to do. I try to organize my tasks so I don't forget anything. Sometimes mornings are very busy, and I have a lot of meetings. Other times, I can work quietly for a few hours. But no matter what, I always believe that how I start my morning has a big effect on the rest of my day. If I wake up late, skip breakfast, or feel stressed, then the whole day feels more difficult. But if I wake up on time, eat well, and go to work with a good mood, then the day feels much easier. Now, let's quickly review some important words from today's episode. We said, wake up, brush teeth, wash face, eat breakfast, drink coffee, get dressed, go to work, walk, bus, meeting. Emails and organize tasks. These are simple but very useful words. You can use them every day when you talk about your own morning routine. Before we finish, let me give you a little exercise. Think about your own morning routine. At what time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? How do you go to work or to school? Try to answer these questions in English. Maybe write them down or say them out loud. This will help you practice. All right, my friends, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story about my morning routine, and I hope you learned some new words. Remember, learning English is a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth or drinking your coffee. If you practice a little bit every day, you will see progress. Please don't forget to like this podcast, subscribe for more episodes, and share it with your friends. That way, you can learn together. Have a great morning, Have a productive day and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.